The PS2 is the greatest console of all time, and if you say otherwise, you're wrong. Just within the first few years of it coming out, bam, 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 some of the most groundbreaking and genre-defining titles of all time. And I don't care that it doesn't have any of that fancy ray tracing or 3D effects that render Kratos' balls in real time, it's the best. But from the PS2, one title stood above the rest and is still widely respected and loved to this very day for its combat system and engaging mechanics, and it's none other than Marlo Briggs and the Mask of Death, baby. Come on now.
First, you don't succeed.
Oh, and Devil May Cry, which was supposed to be Resident Evil. Did you know that? I bet you've never heard that little factoid before. Out of all the RE4 likes that were made after the original success, DMC1 is probably the one that's played and talked about the least, as it's usually just skipped over just to get to the later entries in the series, which is a shame because it's more of a complete experience than most of what came after it. The environments and atmosphere are phenomenal. From the moment you step into the castle on Malay Island, there's this ominous music playing in the background. Walking through it, you realize it's been abandoned and broken down by the passage of time. No one lives here anymore, yet there's this strange sense of a looming threat that never seems to appear. This is an action game, by the way. Even though you're given the tools to beat the shit out of anything right from mission 1, no matter where you go, there's always that eerie feeling that something's just waiting for you around the corner that sticks with you until the very end. And that's simply due to the dark and brooding gothic horror aesthetic that this game is just drenched in. Secluded forests hidden behind a thick layer of fog as enemies mask themselves within it. Walking through a dimly lit path with dead trees and broken statues as monsters howl under the night sky. Fighting in a cramped hallway as light from the sunset spills in from the windows, bringing color and life to an undead castle. The art direction is just so deliberate, so intentional and inspired by RE4. Did you know that Devil May Cry was supposed to be Resident Evil 4? Wow. No way! The combat in DMC1 doesn't have the same level of depth or expressiveness that the series would be known for later on, and plays a little differently than them, as it mainly focuses on mixing in exploration and combat encounters together, like a Resident Evil game. Did you know that doesn't mean there isn't fun to be had or depth to be explored? You can parry enemy projectiles and some attacks by hitting them right before they hit you. Enemies will shoot other enemies when you line them up. Standing on Shadow's skewer leaves it vulnerable for longer, giving you more time to hit it. There's 2 different ways to kill Phantom during the second fight. Oh, that's not good enough for you? Oh, okay. Well, we got tech too. There's shotgun twitching, jump canceling, slash canceling, vortex canceling, shotgun hiking, roll canceling, the list goes on and on. Sure, some of these ideas aren't as fleshed out as they would be in later entries, but it's still insane that it exists so early on in the series. And the great thing about all this too is that the enemies are well designed enough to fight back against these techniques. As you start to familiarize yourself with everything, you'll recognize what works on who and when to apply it. And once it all starts to click, you'll know that Devil May Cry was supposed to be Resident Evil. The story is also a work of art, not because it's Oscar worthy, but because it's fucking stupid. You start the game off 2 millenniums ago. Then some woman falls from the moon, breaks into your house, stabs you in the chest, shoots you with lightning, and starts talking about your dad. So of course you shoot the shit out of her bike, and right when Dante's about to kill her, she goes, but I look like your mother. What? No way! So you roam through Mundus's castle, get your ass whooped a little, kill his minions, they go, oh, damn, you really are the son of Sparda. Then you get to the guy who's been whooping you up and down Malay Island, and right when you finally get his ass, it turns out to be your brother. And as the fight finishes, an amulet just like yours drops to the ground, and Dante realizes he's just killed the only family he had left. It's stupid and corny, but it knows exactly what it's trying to be. And I love it. But while I've said all these great things about DMC1, it isn't perfect. No game is. Except, of course, the fixed camera can go from beautiful to horrible within seconds. I love a good fixed camera, but when you're constantly switching back and forth between so many angles like it's a Resident Evil game, all while you're fighting multiple enemies who hop around the screen to do their own attacks, it can get a little annoying. Platforming sucks too. The physics are made to complement the game's combat and not its movement. The auto lock-on forces you to stick to one guy even when you're trying to hit somebody else, and while most of the bosses are actually pretty good, DMD makes some of them way too tanky and makes bad bosses a nightmare. God, I fucking hate fighting my... this camera? This camera for me? Oh, how did you know I didn't want to see while I was fighting this boss? Oh, how thoughtful. Oh man, just what I wanted for the boss that I hate to get its health back. Oh, Kamiya, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have, Kamiya. You really shouldn't have. You really shouldn't have done this. Wait, is that Mundus 1? Oh, you... Don't you worry though, I just learned a new way to beat him. Watch this! Devil May Cry is still a competent work of art all these years later. Even with some of its negatives, Hideki Kamiya and his team knocked it out of the park. The gothic horror environments, juxtaposed with the combat, campy cutscenes, and dialogue, make this a unique experience that only one game, no, one series, could pull off. And it's none other than... And the Netflix show still sucks dick.